To a degree greater than perhaps any other people, we Americans are the children of exploration. The progeny of the dreams and determination of men like Meriwether Lewis and William Clark, who in 1804 led a handful of young frontiersmen on a 2-year, 8,000-mile trek from the mouth of the Missouri River to the point where the Columbia River empties into the Pacific Ocean. It is one of the coincidences of history that much of the vast region crossed by Lewis and Clark bore the name of the Louisiana Territory and had become a possession of the United States only 6 weeks before the expedition began. 200 years later, that legacy of exploration and discovery continues off the coast of Louisiana. Today's explorers are seeking and recovering the oil and natural gas that lie miles beneath the surface of the Gulf of Mexico. On this blue water American frontier, Kerr McGee and contractors like Technip are continuing a tradition of leadership and technological innovation in the pursuit of tomorrow's energy resources. This is Redhawk, the world's first cell spar production platform, and the third generation of a vital deep water technology. The first floating spar platform went into service in 1996 at the Neptune field in nearly 2,000 feet of water off the Alabama coast. The hull, a closed cylinder 705 feet long and 72 feet in diameter, was built in Finland and transported in 2 sections aboard a heavy lift carrier. It was a bold and cost-effective solution to the problem of locating a full-size offshore production platform in deep water, earning a Distinguished Achievement Award at the 2000 Offshore Technology Conference. As successful as Neptune proved to be, spar designer Ed Horton saw room for improvement in the closed hull design and brought his idea to the industry.
This is a sketch showing the
Out of that conviction grew the second generation of spar platforms, the truss spars, the first 2 being built by Kerr McGee for its Nansen and Boomvang fields. Much of the underwater structure of a truss spar is an open steel truss with giant heave plates to provide stability. 2 almost identical truss spars were built simultaneously at the Technip fabrication yard in Pori, Finland. The first of the truss spars was towed into position and upended in 3,600 feet of water over the Nansen prospect, 160 miles off the Texas-Louisiana coast in October 2001. By the end of the year, its sister spar had been positioned over the Boomvang field less than 9 miles away. These truss spar designs can handle 35% more payload than the Neptune spar, while the twin topsides can each handle almost 2 times the production capacity of Neptune. The Nansen and Boomvang spars met every performance standard set by their designers. Kerr McGee also chose the truss spar for its Gunnison field in the Garden Banks area, 155 miles southeast of Galveston. Operating in 3,100 feet of water, Gunnison went online nearly 2 months ahead of schedule in December 2003.
The prospect that we're going to show you today is in the deep water.
The company's exploration and development teams then turned to another challenge: recovery of a smaller field in even deeper water, about 1 mile in depth. Working again with Ed Horton and Technip, Kerr McGee management, along with partner Devon Energy, approved the world's first cell spar as an economic solution to the Redhawk field. Fabrication of the cell spar is less man-hour intensive than the truss spar, and the hull can be fabricated in Gulf Coast yards, reducing transportation and installation costs. These savings helped the Cellspar to compete favorably on fields with smaller reserves in deep water. The Redhawk spar and its topside unit were built entirely at the Technip Gulf Marine Fabricators Yards near Corpus Christi. The 7 tubes comprising the hull were welded from 299 cylindrical cans, 20 feet in diameter and about 10 feet long. The completed structure, now 64 feet in diameter and 560 feet long, was launched utilizing nearby Kiewit Offshore Services heavy lift device. Redhawk was then towed nearly 180 miles into the deep waters of the Gulf of Mexico, south of intercoastal city Louisiana, in March of 2004. Its destination was Garden Bank's Block 877, where it would be stationed in waters 5,300 feet deep. The nature of the Cellspar design makes flooding and upending the structure a remarkably rapid process. While a truss spar upending takes up to 12 hours, the world's first Cellspar was upended in about 3 hours by removal of temporary end caps, allowing for flooding of the lower hull section. With the upended hull anchored over Garden Bank's Block 877, the 3,600-ton topside structure was carefully lowered into place, and final work began to bring Redhawk online. In July 2004, the completed platform began recovering the 250 billion cubic feet of natural gas that the Redhawk field is expected to produce. The platform will also serve as a processing hub for nearby satellite fields. The Cellspar design provides a technological alternative in our deep water recovery efforts. Redhawk represents another milestone of innovation and leadership in the offshore environment, having been nominated for several industry awards.
You can see that here in the deep brow eye.
But milestones only mark where you are, not where you are going. And Kerr McGee's 100% owned Constitution field is their next marker. Constitution will be developed using the proven truss spar design to accommodate the required dry tree wells. Fabrication is already underway for the truss spar that will be stationed over Green Canyon Blocks 679 and 680 in 5,000 feet of water, 250 miles south of Morgan City, Louisiana. By the summer of 2006, it is scheduled to begin recovering the estimated 110 million barrels of oil equivalent from the Constitution field, and another 30 to 50 million barrels via subsea tiebacks from the nearby Ticonderoga field. Spar platform technology has proven to be a valuable tool in developing both small and large fields by a variety of exploration and production companies operating in the Gulf of Mexico. But like all such innovations, it is important not because of its novelty, but because it represents an attractive solution to a crucial challenge in our ongoing quest to supply this nation with oil and natural gas from today's and tomorrow's energy frontiers.